Okie dokie, let's get into this week's spread. What a stinking week we have had. I'm sure everyone is on the same exact boat as me of like, what the heck is life currently? I'm just gonna go ahead and put down my sidebar, but obviously been crazy. Oh, that looks cute. They're like almost the same color. So this week has been nuts. It started off any normal week. Obviously, everything has been going on for longer than a week, but we just figured everything seemed normal. I did talk about in this week's new releases just quickly about that I would kind of update you guys on what we're doing as a family. So I'll get to that towards the end of the week. But this week I was 34 weeks pregnant. I feel so huge. Like honestly, like I feel like I'm even bigger than I was with Bennet. I feel like my belly button's almost gone. It's like a whole thing. And then I have this sticker here and I'm just gonna write what a week. So on Monday, we did like sleep in till like 8:30. Our whole like life has changed now because 8:30 seems like so early now because of how much we have been sleeping in since then. So for sleeping in, I'm just going to use so many options. Let's use one of these. Use one of these. So yeah, so our schedule has been like crazy because Bennet is no longer going to school. So it's been wild. He was really like not doing naps very well, so we decided to stop doing naps like to see how it would go. And he has been actually decent with it. It's such a pain in the butt. Normally he takes probably about an hour and a half, sometimes even 2 hours, depending on how like cranky he is, to get him to sleep at night. Naps usually aren't terrible, but at night usually takes him that long, and it's just been crazy. So we were like, let's try and not do a nap. And he was like, okay. He was a little gretsy at like 5 p.m. on, and then he went to sleep within 10 to 15 minutes at night. Like that's insane. He's never done that in his whole entire life. So we're just kind of like, so what now? But yeah, but then he's been sleeping in. He's been sleeping like 14 hours every night, which is wild. So I don't know what we're doing. We haven't decided yet, but we will make a decision soon on what we want to do, if we want to keep doing no naps or not. It's like a little early, I think, to stop naps, but at the same time, like every kid's different, so I don't know. Then I put in that I got Holy Bagel and Starbucks. We had a doctor's appointment, just like a regular baby doctor's appointment. It's sad because this was probably the last one that Nick will go to, and my next one is an ultrasound. But I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's just sad. Then we had my doctor's appointment, so that's why we went to Holy Bagels, because it's like on the way-ish, sort of. Then afterwards, whenever I got home, I did take a nap. I've been so tired, and I'm glad I took like a nap, I think. Did I take a nap? Oh my god, I have to pee so bad. Whew. So, but it's like one of those fake pees, just like he's just pushing down on my bladder. It's not like I actually have to pee. I'll like go pee and it'll be like 3 drops of water. You're gonna hear me like resituate a lot. I'm so uncomfortable. It like hurts so bad. Okay, so for my nap, I'm gonna go ahead and just use a fancy label. Whew, it's really doing it. All right. I need to find a new way of life to sit because this is not working. So I took a nap whenever I got home, and then Nick has been on my butt I didn't even grab a nap script. Nope, I didn't even cross it out right, so I need to grab a nap script. Maybe I'll actually grab that at the end. I feel out of breath. All right. Do you want to warn you guys that obviously, like when I go into labor, right there, I need to grab a nap script. When I do go into labor, my videos are obviously going to be a little bit scatterbrained. I might have Kirsten do a new release video. I don't know. It'll kind of depend on what day of the week it is. And my plan with me is obviously will probably be late for quite a bit, and I might skip a couple. So I took a nap, and then Nick has been on my butt to go through Bennet's clothes because they're just kind of out of control and crazy, and I haven't went through them in a really long time. So I think for that, I'm just going to use another quarter box. So we went through those. We had to go through the new baby's clothes too and pull out some stuff to start washing because we're getting to home stretch here of he'll need clothes whenever he comes home, which is also kind of like a whole nother dilemma of my life, is like, will Nick be able to be at the hospital with me? We don't know. It's just like, there's a lot stressing me out right now, guys. If you didn't know, I'm sure there's a lot stressing a lot of you out. Oh, Nick sent me a picture of Bennet. He's in the bathtub currently. Then after that, I wanted to put in that I just hung out with the boys. I don't even know what I'm going to put in my planner anymore. I'm just like chilling and cooking. Family cuddles, script. I'm like so tired. Then on Tuesday, I went to Starbucks before my hair appointment. Kind of glad I got it done now because I'm pretty sure that the salon I go to is closed now. So we'll put that in. Actually, wait, why would I? Oh, Starbucks, and then I had my hair appointment, and I just wanted to get like a hair refresh. It's not like anything wild or crazy or that different. She did do it a little different than the girl. Well, I don't really have anybody who does my hair in particular. I really don't care. I feel like they're all capable people. So normally I get kind of like a balayage, but like I get it toned heavily, so I don't know. But this time the girl did, I don't remember what she said she did. She just did like a partial highlight, so didn't really include like underneath or anything. And then she also did a smudge root, which I don't think they've ever done on me before, but it was like fine. But it looks cute, so I'm happy. So there's that. And then I just got like a trim, my bangs trimmed because they were looking a little rough. This day I decided to do 3, like not a box, because I wanted an extra box over here. I was going to do my dinners, so I thought that'd be cool to start marking. Especially I'm like cooking at home every meal now, which is kind of wild, but like I'm actually quite enjoying it. And I feel like I'm getting like decent at my cooking game. So this day I just started like putting random things in, so you'll see. While I got my hair done, I did finish watching actually McMillions, which is a really interesting HBO documentary on the McDonald's monopoly. I guess it's like a scam or frauding of the McDonald's, what's it called? I don't know what it's called. The McDonald's monopoly fraud. I guess that would be what it's called. But it's really interesting. And I want to watch it again because I feel like there were so many Jerry's. Even though I think there's only 2. But I feel like I was very confused. I feel like I'm also kind of all over the place in this because I just feel like it's been a long day. So then I wanted to put in that I went to get groceries this day. So for that, I'm just going to use a patterned fancy label. I was kind of kicking myself because I feel like Netflix and chill would have been cute this week, but it was after I had already put everything down. So I have a scribbler for that, for groceries, and then I did want to pull out a script for that too, so I might do that as well. And then afterwards, we went to Target, so I'm going to use this guy, I think, just because it takes up a little bit more space. This was just for like a normal, put this one here, a normal grocery shop before the craziness began. We did our like crazy grocery shop then too. Do you want to do this one? Let's do the blue. But yeah, so I guess I can talk about like what we're doing. So we could send Bennet to school because it is like private, so they're not like public schools. So they don't have the same rules, I don't think. I don't know how it works. But let's see. And now I'm gonna be lost. Oh yeah, I pulled this out for McMillions because it's not really because it's just cute. It sticks out a little bit. It's cute. So Whole Foods and Target. So we decided it's just either way. So we just decided to take him out because it's just, I'm a better safe than sorry kind of person when it comes to anything, just the way that I am, and I take things very seriously, and I'm the kind of person who's like, yeah, everything could be fine, but at the same time, like, it also doesn't hurt me to just take precautions in doing things the right way, or like doing things the way that seems the most right. I don't know. But yeah, so we took him out of that, and probably won't put him back in until earliest May 1st, but obviously this could go on for a very long time, so I don't know. The next thing that I'm going to put in 90 Day Fiancé on the bottom, because I obviously want that to kind of be like a specific way, so I'm going to put that in with this peach color. And also, we're just kind of like not leaving the house ever. We're not like going anywhere. I'm doing like ordering stuff like for pickup or for delivery, and we're not eating out anywhere. That might change like later on depending on information. And then like if we have to leave, like Bennet had to go to the doctor's today, which is Wednesday. Nick just took him, and we're just like washing our hands, sanitizing, what everyone should be doing. And then what do I want to use? Let's use one of these square boxes because it has to do with Kirsten, so I feel like that makes sense. So then we're also yeah, we're just not having, we're not really communicating with anybody. When it comes to work, I am, like I talked about in the new release video, we're really lucky that there's only 3 of us. Well, not 3 of us. There's only 3 full-time employees at Scribble Prince Co. Where did the at Scribble Prince Co. And they're really, I feel like they're barely ever here at the same time, which is nice. Hold on. And they all work in separate rooms. They do not have to communicate to each other at all. They all do their own things. There's no like mixing of like even like shared stuff really, which is nice. So it kind of like is good. You can like practice social distancing at work, which is awesome. I know not everybody can do that, but I feel like we got lucky in that. And then for me, I have always had a rule that they can't work past 8, just 'cause I feel like you're like not really the most productive past 8. Otherwise, like I let my employees work whenever they want to, and as long as they work 40 hours, I am satisfied. But obviously they can work as many hours as they want. If you guys follow Emily and Kirsten, you may know that. So is that what I wanted to do? No, not really. Okay. So this looks real cute though. I'm not gonna lie, like real cute. I'm like, that's really cute. Okay. So I come to work after 8, so no one else is here, and I just do what I need to do and I bounce, which is honestly like what I do anyways. I don't really normally come to work when everyone's here. I like for it mostly to be quiet, especially because when I'm filming I don't want like loud machines in the background and stuff, so it's not like really out of the, that's kind of annoying that I did it that way, out of the ordinary for me to be at work. Could just switch these. I kind of like the way it looks. To be at work this late, but yeah, so actually it worked out today because no one worked at all today. So I just came in around right after dinner because I was actually getting pretty tired and I knew I had a lot to do. So that is what we are doing and what we will continue doing. I have been lecturing all of the employees on hand washing. I'm sure that they were planning on doing it prior, but I am probably annoyed that I keep telling them, but I'm just like, bruh, keep it together. Do what you gotta do. And yeah, I told them just stay away from each other, which I feel like they don't really do much of togetherness anyways, so it works out. All right, so Target run. I feel like also when I talk and like try and do this, it's just kind of like all over the place. Plus I have a baby kicking me from the inside, so that's always fun too. Okay, so work. I did labels and films, which is what I'm doing today, also a Tuesday. It's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. And then I just kind of like talked with Kirsten for a really long time, just about like nothing really, just like work stuff, regular people stuff. And then I watched 90 Day Fiancé later. I didn't do like a ton that day. Then on Wednesday, I did work because I had new releases. And yeah. I'm so excited for next week's new releases and this week's new releases and all the week's new releases. But mostly next week because honestly, I love my new format. I think it's really cute. I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, this isn't like that different, which I feel like is a good thing. But to me, it's like so different. I might replace that, but we'll see. I pulled it up. Then I took a really, really long nap after that. So let's go ahead and put that in here. And then underneath that, I wanted to put in that I made a mistake and ate Taco Bell. The mistake is because it did not sit correctly in my stomach. I just felt really sick afterwards. I feel like Taco Bell is one of those foods that you're like, oh, sounds so good, or maybe it isn't one of those foods for you, and then you eat it and you're like, this was the biggest mistake of my whole wide life. So there's that. Okay, hold on. So for sleeping in, I do have, a nap. I have this sticker here, which is super cute, and I feel like I got to use a lot of colors in stickers that I normally don't use, which is cool. I think what I might do is just, because this one was like a real long nap, so I think I'm going to just put the other nap sticker over here and then just write really long nap there. And then, like I said, I did have Taco Bell, so I do have this taco sticker from Once More with Love, and then I do have this Taco Bell script from our shop. Then I went ahead and designed. I've been designing a lot. I've kind of run out of things to do. And then I took a bath with Bennet, and I had really terrible quality sleep this night. So taking a bath with Bennet, I think I'm just going to use a squared off box. So let's do, what do I want to use? Why is this so difficult? All right, let's do this one at the bottom for terrible sleep. I feel like I've just been like kicked all night. He's the most active at night, and it's been really tough to sleep or stay asleep, and I pee so much at night. It's crazy. Peeing's always been a problem with pregnancy for me. So for designing, I have this this laptop sticker. Nick's always like, are you sure you're not going into labor? And I'm like, no, it's just like really uncomfortable. And then I have this bath sticker, and I'm going to put a With Bennet script next to it. And then for my terrible sleep, I have this Munchkin sticker here. Super cute. Then if we move on to Thursday, we spent a good portion of the morning really trying to cancel Nick's flight. It was honestly one of the most pain in the butt things to do. I assume because a lot of people were like just trying to cancel flights, but he's been trying to do it for days, and I was like, this day, I was like, we need to get this done. I don't care how many times like it clicks off. It was just honestly a wreck. But we ended up getting a full refund on it, which is nice, because the other options were him traveling whenever I have like a newborn, which isn't like super cool, but I would have like dealt with it obviously. So for going to Target, clean up downstairs, and TV with Nick. So let's use a little thing for, let me move this. A little thing for Target. Why was I at Target again? I don't even know. All right, Target. Okay, Target clean downstairs, which is kind of like loose because it is still quite a wreck downstairs in our living room area. And then TV with Nick, I'm just going to use another little thing sticker. I feel like very warm today. Okay, so for canceling Nick's flight, if you guys didn't know, Nick, well, I don't know if I mentioned it or not. Nick was supposed to go to Europe as like his own little baby moon, I guess. I don't know. He just wanted to go to Europe, and I was like, I don't care. But he's supposed to go to Europe, so obviously in the light of everything, that's not happening. So he canceled his flight, and then we went to Target. It took about, I think, 2 or 3 hours for us to like get somebody on the line to cancel his flight, which is just crazy. But that was like days of trying, and then that day 2 or 3 hours was crazy. So then I also wanted to put in that we cleaned downstairs, and then we did just watch some. I'm gonna cut this differently. I could have grabbed a different sticker, but YOLO. Let's put this in. I cut it completely whack, but that's okay. So I watched TV with Nick for a little. I think we watched the Lego Masters, which is actually kind of cute. Not cute, but like it's a good show. I think it's really fun, like the things they're doing. Especially last week they did like a bridge challenge where they had to build a bridge and then like see how much weight the bridge could hold, which was wild. And yeah, it's a cute little show. Definitely recommend it if you like have any interest at all in Legos. Then my in-laws came over later this day whenever Bennet came home from school, just because they were leaving this weekend to go to Pennsylvania because they sold their house. They needed to get all of that stuff finished. And then Nick's mom and I are always craving ice cream. Like, I don't think that there's ever been a time where we haven't been craving ice cream. So we got Culver's ice cream for dessert. Usually we get McFlurries, but we decided to do something a little bit different today. Be a little different. And then after that, I wanted to put in that Bennet was coughing. So I'll just give you guys the lowdown. He was coughing only at night, and it was just kind of like weird. So I was like, all right, well, if this keeps up, there's no other symptoms. Like he didn't have a fever. We were thinking it was strep, but we weren't sure. So I'm gonna put Target run in here. I'm just gonna actually cut out the run and just write Target. So we were like, all right, we'll give it a couple days, give him some cough medicine because that's what we called and they said we could do, which is what we did whenever he had a cough in Disney. And we went in, well, Nick went in with him today, and he has an ear infection and likely strep, but the antibiotics or whatever they gave him work the same for, like, they work both for strep. But he had a strep test a couple of weeks ago and it was negative. But we just think that he's going to be prone to strep throat and ear infections. Nick was, and also Bree and her little brother are too. So I think it's like a kind of common thing. So yeah, so he's on antibiotics for that now, and it's only at night, and it's just his throat's red, but like he eats so much. This kid, he's gonna be bulky, I think. Like he eats and eats and eats and eats, but also like so does Nick, and he's like a string bean, so I don't know. JK. So on Friday, I feel like is when everything started to get a little bit wild and crazy. Who texted me? I actually pause this. Nick texted me. He's putting Bennet to bed, and he said Bennet's tired, and Bennet like looked at him and said, I want a hamburger, and then laughed. This kid, like, I don't even know where he gets the stuff that he says from sometimes. Like, I should really start writing some of the stuff he says down because, like, I mean, I'm sure everybody's kid does this, but, like, just some of the stuff that he says, I'm just like, what are you even talking about? Like, where did you even learn that? I don't even know. Like, I think I told you guys about the bolt cutter thing, like the Legos. I don't know, I think I told somebody else because I remember, like, taking a Post-it. So, like, if you guys know what bolt cutters are? Do you? Maybe? I don't know. So, bolt cutters are kind of look like that-ish, right? And Nick had this Lego piece that was like this, and it like opened like that. Just like a special piece for one of his like cars. And Bennet picked up the Lego piece and goes, bolt cutters. And I'm like, how do you even know what bolt, I mean, I know, he knows what bolt cutters are because he watches the Blippi Tools video like a million times. Blippi Tools and Blippi Fire Truck, like, I know the whole video, but like it's just funny because he like associated that with bolt cutters, and I was just like, that's so funny. And the one night I was telling, he always wants me to tell him stories. Like Nick gets the easy jobs of like singing to him, like I don't know, just like whenever he's like chilling, he likes to be either sang to or told a story. And Nick gets to sing, which I would love just to sing because you don't have to make anything up. But for some reason, and he doesn't ever ask Nick, he always wants me, I'm not going to use the sticker. He always wants me to tell him stories. So I was telling him a story the one night, and I was like, it was about him and his grandpa going off to build a treehouse. And I was like, oh, and I always ask him questions. I'm like, okay, Bennet, so like, what do you want to bring to build your treehouse? Like, what tools do you want to pack? And he was telling me all these different tools. And I was like, Bennet, you're so funny. He's obsessed with tools. Oh, he's obsessed with tools. He's obsessed with chores. He's obsessed with helping. He's obsessed with cooking. Loves, like, imaginary play, like Barbies. He has this little Barbie set that has, it has like a easel with like a little board and like little paints and like a little baby paintbrush. And he like takes it and like puts it in the fake paint and like pretends to paint on the board. And I'm just like, your imagination just really kills me, kid. It really kills me. So I'm going to go ahead and put in design up here. Normally I use pattern, but I'm just kind of in a YOLO moment right now. I did a lot of designing this day. I honestly, so what I did was I went through and like some old kits, like, I don't think they're that old. They're like 2017, late 2017, early 2018 that I haven't touched in a minute. And I designed them. Not designed them. I can't think of the word. I like did them. I like made them into kits in the new format. And I'm going to release them over time. I'm trying to get like a lot of things done. This is for Whole Foods. I'm trying to get a lot of things done so that whenever I have the baby, if I wanted to realistically take off like a month and not design anything besides like new release stuff, that I could. And this is going to be my hashtag prepper box because we went to Whole Foods and we got stuff. It's funny because like we had a ton of stuff, not a ton of stuff, but like I think maybe this day we went to Target and I got stuff like mostly like food stuff. I didn't need like toilet paper or anything like that. I have one thing of toilet paper which I think should last a while, even though I am pregnant, so I pee as much as I think 4 women do. But we have like a thing of toilet paper. We don't have any hand sanitizer at my house, at least. Actually, I'm sure I could find some if I needed it, but I'm like just on the washing hands thing. We have enough soap. We have enough soap here at work and stuff here at work, like sanitizing stuff. So, and I found these in my pantry because I couldn't find them anywhere. But I found a pack of these in my pantry, so I'm keeping those in my backpack for when I come to work. But as far as like prepping, we didn't even have like at Whole Foods. They didn't even have carts. That's how like packed it was that day. We went and like Nick came downstairs and he's like, we need to go. So, because I think Austin released something this day and it was crazy at Whole Foods. So we went to Whole Foods and we just got meat pretty much. Like 5 pounds of hamburger. I think we got like 8 chicken breasts and like 1 carton of eggs, 1 thing of milk, 2 things of chocolate milk because they have this one chocolate milk that doesn't expire for quite a while. I don't know how it works, but if Whole Foods be saying it, I'm gonna trust it. So we didn't get a lot, but we got enough to last us for like 2.5, 3 weeks. And yeah, and I think we didn't get bread because I'll tell you more about the bread later. So Friday evening, we just hung out. It's just kind of like the day, I feel like it just kind of all went crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put in a half box here. Let me know what you guys are doing down below. Like what's your game plan? Like what are you doing with your kids if they're home? Like especially if you have like a 2-year-old, because I feel like you're not quite like at school as far as like what they should be doing. So let me know in the comments down below if you have any like ideas of fun things to do or any tips. Hung out with the boys. I designed some more this day. JK, I'm not gonna use that one. A little too big. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just honestly been crazy. And it's funny, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can agree that it's like I normally don't do anything on the weekends, but for some reason this weekend just seemed like I was like stuck at home against my will for like 30 years. So for design, I have this one. I have design. And then I have In My Feelings because I was starting to get a little like, worried, I guess, about just like delivering during all of this mess. Thankfully, Texas isn't like, it is one of the ones with the most cases, but it's not like the most cases, even though like we don't know, because like you can have it and not really know. So yeah, so I was kind of just like in my feelings, just like about all the what ifs, like is Nick gonna be able to be there, like am I gonna, like what if I get it and then like they don't let me see the baby, blah 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 blah. So I was definitely in my feelings, definitely cried a bunch, and I feel a little bit better about it because there's nothing I can do, you know, like whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. So that's just kind of my life now. So definitely way worse things. Nick keeps saying, you know, it's most important for everyone to be healthy and to just, you know, do whatever we can to be preventative, take preventative measures. So this is going to be for Raverett household is social distancing. I'm honestly thinking about writing quarantine because like we're not even social distancing. We're just like totally like blocked off from the world. I'm not taking chances. And then I wanted to put in that I designed some more this day. I did get some art from Jess, Kitness Jess, and I had a collection that I'd been working on that I was like, I just want to finish this. So I told myself that if I finished that collection, I could work on the new collection that she sent me, and that one's not going to come out until, how do I want to do this? This one's the one that this sucks, alright. The one that she sent me isn't coming out till August, but it is so okay, like I was saying, it's so stinking cute. So I was like, all right, if I finish this one, I can treat myself and work on that one. I love, honestly, working on new art whenever Jess sends it to me is like so therapeutic. I probably bother her more than like, well, she only does cousins for me, but probably bother her more than anyone does about anything in her whole entire life. I'm constantly like, so like, when's the next one coming? Because I'm bored. And I'll show her stuff that I'm working on and be like, look how bored I am. So then she sent me that and I'm like, yes, I have something to do. So fun, especially in the new format. I just feel like I'm like in it and like so hype. So like I said, on Saturday I designed, so I worked on those two collections. I think I worked on a third one. I worked on a third one too, and then I sent it, like, everything to Kirsten later this day. It was way later than I thought it would be because I was just, like, taking my time, living my life. And then I wanted to put in that we just all hung out. I mean, that's honestly, like, all we're doing now is just, like, hanging out. Like, I'm not leaving the house. I'm, like, hanging out, cooking, doing work that I need to do, and working at night if I have to, and that's about it. And then I have a With the Boys script. Then I just was, I said, I was going stir crazy, but normally on the weekends I really don't do a whole ton at all. So I did organize my pantry, honestly, because I was also like planning on having to cook like every single meal, like 3 times a day, or, you know, obviously leftovers come into play at like lunchtime, but like for the most part, like cooking. So I wanted to have my pantry organized so that I could see like what I had and like meal plan and everything like that. So I did go ahead and clean my pantry, which it honestly looks beautiful now. Every time I walk into it, I'm like, this is like the way that a pantry should look, or at least my pantry should look. And then after that, I did clean out the refrigerator just because I knew that that wouldn't take a ton of time. And my computer just beeped at me. It wouldn't take a ton of time, but I knew that the like finished product of it would be so worth it. And having both like in coordination done at the same time would be really nice. So I just have another Once More with Love sticker for that as well. And then after that, I decided to take a bath. I was just going to go to bed, but I was like, no, I need a bath. So I did just take a quick little bath. I've been using, instead of using Lush bath bombs, I have been using the Johnson & Johnson, because I've never was able to use Johnson & Johnson with Bennet because he has really sensitive skin. So we went through so many different bath products before we found the one that worked for him, which the one that worked for him is the Cetaphil eczema one, not the baby one, because it still has a scent. I think anything scented really just didn't work. But a lot of unscented things also didn't work. And now his skin's not so bad. We can use, we use this Alfalfa, I think that's what it's called, Alfalfa soap from Target. It's pretty nice. But but I was never able to use it, so I bought a bottle of the Johnson & Johnson's bubble bath, which is actually a pretty cheap alternative. It doesn't like produce bubbles, but it has a really good smell, the lavender one, and I've been using that and I really like it. So if you just want something that smells really good and doesn't have like a lot of bubbles, because honestly I don't even like bubbles because I feel like they're really messy, but I feel like for the price, like you get like a lot for that, and it's kind of like soothing, light. I don't know why my computer's like being a turd, but okay. Then on Sunday we did sleep in again. I slept until 8:30. The boys slept in until past 10. And I just was like letting him sleep because I was like, I'm not waking you up. So I have this sticker here for that. And then I have this super cute sticker from Fox and Pip, which the purple color is like the same dang purple color. I was like, this was made to be together. And I shouldn't have cut that small, but I really don't care. So I do have a sleep in sticker for that. And then I hung out with the boys and cuddled the boys. So hanging out with the boys entails that, let's see, what do I have? I should use this. That's cute. So hanging out with the boys, we just hung out all day. Obviously, we did whatever we were doing. And then cuddling the boys, we just did like some quiet time in bed where we just all, like Bennet just got some iPad time. And Nick and I just kind of like laid there on our phones for about an hour and just kind of decompressed. Because I feel like that's just what we needed to do. And then underneath that, I am going to put in, I think, will a fancy label fit? I do not know. What did I want to put in though? Oh, cuddle time. I guess I could actually just use a patterned piece of this. It's a little thick. Let's make it a little smaller. So then we just did that for about an hour-ish, just to kind of relax midday. It was actually probably like 2 when we did that because of how late everyone woke up. So I do have this little Funchkin sticker of me and Bennet. So dang cute. And then I have a cuddle time sticker from our shop. Actually, I can cut that. Person who told me to cut stickers, like script stickers, I don't know why, but it blew my mind, and it's definitely changed my life for good. Then I wanted to put in that I traded goods with Amanda, which is really funny. So Amanda texted me something like, what'd she text me? She texted me like that H-E-B wasn't that busy, and she knew I didn't want to go to H-E-B, but I think it's just about it wasn't that busy or something like that. And I'm like, are you there or did you just come from there? Why are you there? Da, da, da. And I was like, well, actually, if you are there, can you get me potatoes, diapers, a pack of diapers, and 1 bag of potatoes, pack of diapers, and 1 pack of bread? Because we never go through bread in my house. I don't know why. We just never do. Maybe it's because we normally don't like eat a ton of lunches at home or something. But for some reason, I don't know if it triggered Nick in his head that he's like, oh sweet, we can't go out, so I need to eat all the bread all the time and constantly be out of bread. But that is what this kid did. He just constantly is eating bread now. And even Bennet, they're constantly eating bread. So I thought I had enough bread, but apparently not. So Amanda picked me up those 3 things, and then she needed tampons. Sorry, Amanda, if you didn't want everybody to know, but everyone uses tampons or pads or whatever if you're a woman and you get your period. That's just what happens. So she needed that, and I don't need those because I'm pregnant. So I traded her, which was definitely something that I don't think I'll ever do in my life again, but definitely a story that I can tell later. So let's see what I want to do here. So we did that, which was great. It worked out so well though, like that was like a situation. Sticker is so damn big. All right. I'm going to put this above this just because down here it's going to cover up, like, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, so I went to work and what did I do this day? I think I had to film and then I took a bath. But yeah, that was it was funny. It was definitely like a comical situation, which was nice because of how stressed we all were. anxiety is pulsing everywhere. So that is my week. Again, let me know what you guys are doing, like what's going on. I know Amanda told me that she got caught up on her planner, which I feel like is a good time to do that. I actually ordered a planner, like a different planner, to start tracking something else that I want to, and I'm like, now's the time. So I'm actually going to bring home some stickers for that because that should be delivered this week, and I'll let you guys know like how that's going for me. But I think this spread is so pretty. I love this kit. Jess mentioned in her, I think it was a haul video, when she was hauling this, that she wants to do a Lilo and Stitch one for summer, and I was like, yes, yes, yes. So I think it's really cute, and I'm so proud of this necklace. And I'm sure Jess is too, because she probably knows that like it was kind of a pain in the butt to do Meg because that was a mom necklace, but I'm proud of it. I love, like, honestly, it's one of my favorite things is like color changing things and kind of like mixing things up and like changing things to like kind of make them a little bit different so they're a little special. So it's so pretty. This planner, like, honestly, this cloud has been like my whole wide life. I love it so much. And I did do a whole video on my setup last week, so if you want to check that out, definitely do so. And then this week I have another video coming up, but I don't know what it is. It might be my sticker organization or something like that, which is also something really fun you could do as well if you are stuck at home. Organize your stickers. So let me know if you guys have any video requests down below too, because I am kind of out of ideas for like not playing with me's new. I actually just messaged Jess, the art person who does this, and I was like, I'm getting a Nintendo Switch because I found a game that I really love, which is Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I've been playing it. Well, I love Roller Coaster Tycoon for like forever. Roller Coaster Tycoon, Sims, and Zoo Tycoon were my like life in like high school, middle school time. Also like other like small games, like not small games, but like other games like kind of like piqued my interest in there, but nothing crazy. So I was playing that on Nick's PC because I can't play it on Mac. Well, I can play it on Mac, but like I'd have to run like a PC like fake thing. I don't know like the terms, like on my Mac, and it's just like kind of a pain in the butt. And there's like a lot of like really glitchy things about this Roller Coaster Tycoon game, but it's like totally workable. But I want to get a Nintendo Switch to play Mario and Roller Coaster Tycoon on. So if you guys have any suggestions, I really like games that are kind of like light, but also like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Zoo Tycoon, and Sims, like you kind of get like the vibes of those, you know? So if you have any recommendations, let me know in the comments down below. But also I like Mario. Not like the newer Marios, but like the Mario where it's like 2D, like no 3D stuff, like 2D only, and you like jump. That too. So let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, and let me know if you guys have any video ideas, things that you want to see, so that I can kind of like entertain you guys, keep your mind off things, just be, you know, be a little distraction for you. So let me know in the comments down below, and I hope you guys are staying safe and have a good week, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.